Has your mom ever scolded you for eating cereal because it was supposedly bad? Well, these types of bad foods, like cereals, are actually nothing compared to the Some of these foods are like actually deadly. Some contain bugs, and some could even get you arrested. And guys, you might have even had one of these before. Or maybe you're eating them right now. Some of these really surprised me. So vanilla beans, smash that like button and subscribe if you don't want to get bugs in your food. Speaking of getting bugs in your food, this first food incident I'm going to show you is actually a dish where they deliberately put bugs in the food, maggots to be exact. And it's more disgusting than you could ever imagine, because not only are they eating maggots, they're also alive while they're being ate. Well, I don't even want to describe it anymore, guys. But here's a video of a guy eating it. Warning, guys, you will get disturbed. You guys, did you see those maggots moving around? How's that guy so unfazed? And how did he even get all those maggots? Like, I haven't seen any supermarkets that sells maggots, guys. What do you think? And he's literally eating it like it's the best cheeseburger from McDonald's. Speaking of McDonald's, I could really eat a hamburger from McDonald's to regain my appetite after I've watched that one, guys. Drop a comment if you like McDonald's more or Burger King. I'm kinda curious. Alright, no more burger talk. Have you guys ever eaten a live animal? No? Yeah, me neither. That's like so cruel to me. The only living thing I'd ever consider eating is like a bacteria. But guys, people in Korea actually considered eating living, moving octopuses a delicacy. No offense to my viewers from Korea, by the way. I love all my vanilla beans just as much. But guys, eating live squid is actually so dangerous and could easily kill you. Not because of venom, but in a way you would never expect. This video explains why.
This is one of the deadliest foods on earth, yet every day people gamble their lives to eat it. Sannakji is a raw dish consisting of the long-arm octopus. Here, the octopus reaches your plate fully intact and alive, where it is then tightly wrapped around a chopstick, dipped in sesame oil, and shoved into your mouth. And as soon as the 1v1 starts, the octopus begins to attack, squirming to find its way out, frantically suctioning on to whatever it can get a hold of. But if you're the human, you must completely focus on your chewing. Soon your hands begin to get sweaty, and within seconds, you begin to break out into a mental panic, questioning yourself, thinking that this might have been a mistake. With your heart beginning to race, you try and cover up your fear by chewing harder and faster. And you have now convinced yourself that it's now or never. It's time to attempt the swallow, praying to whatever God is listening that the octopus doesn't latch itself onto your throat as you try and swallow it, as that would surely be a death sentence. You force the ball of squirming octopus down your throat, and for a second, your heart stops. But you manage to swallow it. With your heart still racing and a bead of sweat coming down the back of your neck, you look over at your buddy and say, it's not so bad, as you get up to go clean yourself up in the bathroom.
Oh my god, vanilla beans, the end of the video. Let's just not talk about that part. But wow, vanilla beans, I really can't believe someone would eat a living octopus. Like, it seems like such a hassle. Why not at least just cook it? Isn't the octopus like all slimy and weird when it's alive? I feel like the only reason you'd eat it alive is for the 1v1 challenge. But seriously, vanilla beans, I actually researched this, and I read somewhere that like 8 people like you died from eating live octopus like this. If you guys have ever tried something like this, please tell me more in the comments. I'm actually really curious on why someone would eat a live animal. Alright guys, let's switch it up a little. Unlike the previous 2 foods that were rather disgusting, this next food incident was so dangerous that it killed someone. It was actually a candy that exploded and killed a guy that ate it. This video explains how the candy exploded. Let's watch this together.
Here are some banned candies that could kill you. Number 3 is exploding gum. So a few years back, a chemistry student wanted to enhance the sourness of his favorite gum and prolong the taste. He found that dipping it in citric acid before chewing was the perfect way to do so. However, one night he dipped it in the wrong bowl, which was explosive. The gum exploded in his mouth and he died.
I guess you could say the gum's flavor was a bit too explosive. Alright, my bad, vanilla beans, that joke was uncalled for. But how the hell do you even make a gum explode? That's actually so crazy. It's like, do you know those poppin' candies? The ones that pop in your mouth? This is just like those, but like 100 times worse, I guess. I hope no kids ate it though. Speaking of what kids eat, I bet you've had one of these small pre-made lunch bags before. You know, the ones made for you to eat at school when you don't want to bother packing a lunchbox or going to the school canteen. This specific lunchbox was actually exposed for giving kids brain damage. And actually it's quite famous, so you might have had it before. Watch this video with me.
Let's talk about
Lunchables.
So Lunchables are popular for being easy to pack in lunchboxes. Lunchables was created in the year 1988, but was soon called out for having lead and sodium contained in the tiny packages, making thousands of individuals across the world concerned. This is deadly to the society that we live in today, considering that these harmful lunches for kids can get people sick. Yes, anyone of any age. I highly recommend that you resist trying Lunchables, as it can cause health issues, so heed my warning.
Lead? No way, that's so dangerous. I know she didn't say it'd give you brain damage, but as some of you guys probably know, lead like melts your brain, especially children, because their brains are still growing. Luckily they're banned in most countries outside of the United States. I really hope you guys haven't had too many of these. Vanilla beans, while we're on the topic of lunchboxes, there's actually another lunchbox product, very similar to Lunchables. They're called Lunchly, and you've probably seen Mr. Beast promoting these all over the place. But what you've probably also seen are the videos of people trying their Lunchly. Let me tell y'all, Vanilla beans is not pretty. Watch this video.
Mr. Beast and KSI's Lunchlys are under fire after the YouTuber-launched meal packs have apparently been found with moldy cheese inside. YouTuber Rosanna Pansino opened a pack on camera, only to find the cheese inside had gone moldy, despite being well within its best before date. But she's not the only one to claim to have found moldy cheese in Lunchlys, with dozens of TikToks allegedly showing the same.
This is molded. That's mold.
Ew, how do you even mess up that bad? It doesn't even look fresh in the first place, and they somehow made it moldy in production. I can't lie, Vanilla beans, that's not even funny. Like, many kids might not even notice that there's mold in their food. And if they eat too much of that mold, they'll probably get sick. Vanilla beans, please stay far away from these pre-made meals packed in plastic. They're not even good for you when there's no mold. Just pack your own food from home, guys. So far we've only talked about foods that are dangerous, but still available to buy. What if I told you there are actually foods that can get you in serious trouble, like legal trouble? Yes, you can in fact apparently get arrested by just owning these foods. These foods obviously aren't sold where they're illegal, but you can sometimes get them online or from other countries. Watch this video to find out which foods you should never walk around with.
Eating these 3 foods could get you arrested. And number 3, Mountain Dew. Did you know that in Europe and Japan, Mountain Dew is banned? It's because one of the ingredients in Mountain Dew contains bromine, a chemical that can build up in your body and may cause memory issues and bad skin. Bad skin, memory problems? I don't think so. Dude, you're literally breaking out. What were we talking about again? I don't remember. Number 2, Frosted Flakes. They're more than good. They're illegal. Yep, Europe and Japan has outlawed one of humanity's greatest gifts, and it's not because it's too sugary. It's because of a preservative Kellogg's uses in some of its products. It's called butylated hydroxytil... Whatever, it's a preservative and it might cause cancer. And number 1, chewing gum. This ban wasn't because it was unhealthy, it was actually for something you wouldn't expect. In Singapore, there was a growing problem of people sticking their gum everywhere and anywhere when they were done with it. Ugh. Not only is that just gross, but people were purposely putting it in inconvenient places like door sensors, inside locks, and even elevator buttons. Gross. But here in the good old US of A, we have the freedom to put all of the worst stuff in our bodies, and that's why.
Is gum really banned in Singapore? I don't think I could get through a single class in school without chewing gum. I'd just get too bored. But guys, I actually researched this, and you can actually get jail time for chewing gum in Singapore. I guess I'm gonna jail if I ever set foot in Singapore, guys. Are y'all joining my cell? Okay guys, let's talk about some good old bread. Have you ever had your parents take away food from you? Or like a burnt part of a pizza just because it had a black surface? That's at least my experience. My mom says it'll give me cancer. Like, Mom, eating some black toast isn't the same as like going for a swim in a nuclear reactor. But guys, if you've ever been afraid of eating some charred food, you've gotta watch this video, because it might actually not be as dangerous as you'd think. Check this out.
Is eating burnt food dangerous? The short answer is no. Long answer is no. Slightly longer answer is that there's lots of things you can do to decrease your risk of cancer and improve your overall health without stressing about eating burnt toast. Like wearing sunscreen, eating more fiber, exercising, stopping smoking, cutting down alcohol, eating less red meat. Do all that stuff before you start worrying about burnt food.
Yes! Finally, I have something I can tell my mom when she tells me I can't eat something charred. Like I had the feeling that it's probably not that dangerous. But this guy is like a doctor or something. A smart person finally agreed with me. So Vanilla Beans, if your mom ever says you can't eat something charred, show her this video. Also, guys, if you've made it this far into the video, thanks of time for watching. As always, let's confuse the others and comment "I love burnt toast" down below to confuse all the others that haven't watched the video until this point. Okay, Vanilla Beans, this next one might be a little sad. Have you ever seen those slime lickers before? It's like a little bottle with some liquidy candy stuff inside. There's a ball attached, so you can like roll it on your tongue and lick a tiny layer of the candy goodness. They're kinda like deodorant, but for sweet instead of sweat. Unfortunately, these were made from really flimsy plastic, so the ball could pretty easily be removed from the bottle, even by accident. And because of this, a little 7-year-old girl actually died from eating one of these. Watch this.
Little girl died from a slime licker. Rest in peace. There have been multiple videos and comments made saying the little girl shouldn't have choked or the parents shouldn't have gotten it for her. I just want to say that this is absurd to be blaming a child for dying over a candy design. I hope that all of you realize how insane you are if you're one of those people.
That's actually so sad. And I don't think you should ever put the blame on the little girl. Like, she didn't know any better. If anything, I also think the company producing these should be responsible for making their products this frail and easy to choke on. Like, it's not that hard to make sure your product is safe for children before selling it. I can't with these companies. Alright, Vanilla Beans, for this last one, we're gonna switch it up a little. Instead of another horrifying food incident, we're gonna do something really fun. What do you guys think the worst type of cereal is? I think that most cereal actually tastes pretty good, but this video actually makes a point against some cereal brands. Let's watch it together.
What is the single worst cereal ever made? You might expect the answer to be something obvious like Raisin Bran, which is a fair point. What are raisins even doing in cereal? It's a culinary war crime. But since the raisins are the only part with flavor, we can't consider it the absolute worst. So who's the real final boss? Some people might say the answer is Rice Krispies, whose only personality trait is getting soggy in 0.5 seconds and having the flavor of wet cardboard. But since you can add sugar to it and make it slightly less depressing, it's not the undisputed goat of bad cereal. The actual worst cereal of all time, the one that is a bigger scam than all the others, is a cereal you'd probably never expect. It's a box of pure deception where the good-tasting marshmallows trick you into eating the sad, bland, cardboard-flavored shapes. My personal worst cereal ever made is Lucky Charms. Subscribe if you agree and comment your worst cereal.
Guys, these are actually not that bad. If you've ever tried one of those organic vegan oat cereals, you'll end up appreciating all the other cereals you eat for the rest of your life. I'm serious, guys. Those organic oat cereals are the absolute worst. Yuck. I don't even want to think about them again. They just taste like cardboard, for real. Alright guys, that was all for today. But guys, remember when you eat food, you should always try to educate yourself on what you're actually eating. You never know if you're gonna end up poisoning your brain with it, and you'll be walking around like a zombie the next day. So Vanilla Beans, like always, stay safe. Like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye!